Hello, this is Nelson Olmsted. Today, let's meet Chiloquin, Oregon's brave with the braided hair. Now, a word from Clint Gruber, our spokesman for Pacific Power.
Welcome once again to Stories of Pacific Powerland, a presentation of Pacific Power and Light, the company that has been serving the electric needs of the region's homes, farms, and industries through more than half a century of progress and growth. Here's Nelson with another chapter from his storybook.
A century or more ago, he might have led a hunting party through the hills of Northern California with a quiver of arrows on his back and a bow in his hand. But that way of life is gone forever. The grounds where the Karuk Indians stalked their game are now laced with highways, dotted with farms and towns. The hunters, the war parties, the root gatherers, the basket weavers, the dancers are dim memories from the past. But Lefty Wilder, better known by his Indian name of Wild Eagle, is not content to let the past die away. He lives today in Chiloquin, north of Klamath Falls, Oregon, and devotes most of his time and energy to keeping the Indian customs and crafts and traditions alive. A lithe, broad-shouldered man, Wild Eagle wears his hair braided Indian style with the long braids tied together on his chest, and his black eyes flash with enthusiasm as he says, "Well, sure, the Indian way of life is gone. We can no longer live the old way, the natural way. But the old people still remember things, how to weave baskets, how to work with buckskin, how the dances and ceremonies were carried on many years ago. These are some of the things we want to preserve and pass along to new generations before they're lost forever." Well, Lefty Wild Eagle has taught hundreds of Indian youngsters how to perform the ancient competitive and ceremonial dances. He has worked with Cub Scouts and with community groups steadily during the 15 years he has been a resident of Chiloquin. He was instrumental in organizing and promoting an event which has become Chiloquin's biggest annual attraction. He says, "Well, we dreamed up the idea for an all-Indian basketball tournament back in 1953. The next year, we invited teams from Warm Springs, Alturas, Susanville, and Fort Bidwell to compete. The response was great. The committee decided to hold the tournament every year, and it's been growing ever since." 11 years later, the Chiloquin tournament really came of age. It was billed as the world champion all-Indian basketball tournament, and it drew Indian teams from as far away as Reno, Nevada, Browning, Montana, and Toppenish, Washington. The proceeds are donated to the Klamath Indian Memorial Museum, where still more of Lefty Wild Eagle's dreams are coming true. He says, "The Chamber of Commerce arranged for 3 good rooms in the Chiloquin City Hall to create the Klamath Indian Memorial Museum and to display my personal collection. But I see this as more than just a museum. It's going to be a gathering place for all the Indians in the region. You see, there are still old-timers in the area who remember the art of weaving baskets from tule roots and porcupine quills. There are a few who can recall the almost forgotten ceremonial dances and costumes of the Klamath tribe. There are ladies still adept at gathering the wokus seed from Klamath Lake and grinding it into Indian meal." Yes, the old way of life for the Indians of the Klamath Basin may be a thing of the past. But if Lefty Wild Eagle has his way, and we believe he will, the ancient Indian arts, crafts, and culture are headed for a very bright future indeed.